welcome back. Like you know, Robin Minds is a show for young people where we like to talk about things that affect young people or those who are young at heart. And I had here with me someone who, I don't know how young he is, but a very good friend of mine, Abiola Salami. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you, Ebuka.
It's always a pleasure to see you. What is this Game 2015 conference about? Let's start off with that. What is that about?
Before I talk about Game 2015, let me officially congratulate you.
This is not about me.
I know, on your wedding.
Thank you very
congratulations.
Much.
And I told you I would come for tips, on how to make this happen. I told you already about that.
No problems.
So to the Game conference.
Yes.
The Game conference is a workforce productivity conference. What we do is human capacity development. And human capacity development is very important because it's a commitment to acquiring the skills, the behavior, and the attitude needed for you to be a champion in your industry. And so the Game conference has been on for 4 years, and what we've been doing is impacting and empowering young people, inspiring them. And we have tremendous results, from those who have attended for the past couple of years, and we're just motivated to keep on doing it because when the discussion is about young people, it's not just about talking. It's not just about telling us about the problems around, it's about empowerment, which is capacity development.
Why is this conference different from any other one? I mean, there's a lot of conferences that happens in Nigeria, especially sometimes for young people, for the youth, to empower them and all of that. Why is this any different? Okay. Why should I pay attention to this one?
Okay. Apart from the fact that this edition is free.
That's a good one.
Okay, apart from the fact that this edition is free, the Game conference is designed based on a theory that says that the most competent, the most productive young person is the young person that has 5 areas of his well-being, his or her well-being in sync. And that is what we go through in delivering the conference. The first is about the career, that the person should have career well-being, that the person should have financial well-being, that the person should have social well-being, the person should have physical well-being, which is health, and also be conscious about the community as well. And so that is the framework on which this conference is delivered. So not just that we gather people and give a topic and people start to talk and people start to clap, because somebody sounds nice, but it is actually intentional. It's an intentional conference to help young people to be productive in whatsoever they decide to do.
So how does that work now, practically now? How do you train? If I come in there now, what am I supposed to do? What am I getting from you?
Okay. For example, for this edition or for previous editions, let me talk about previous editions. We have top professionals who will come around to share experiential knowledge with them. Now, these top professionals have an average of 2 to 3 decades of experience, thriving and working in different industries. And so these guys will come around to share exactly what are the critical success factors for you to excel as a banker? What are the critical success factors for you to excel as an insurance person? What are the success factors as a lawyer? Just around industries like that, such that with the technical competence that you have already, what you learned in school, what you went to Harvard to study or to any other university to study, you also have hands-on experiential skills, and knowledge for you to thrive well in your industry.
What sort of people do you find that have attended in the past? Okay. What sort of young people? Is a pool from like every sector, or is there a particular sector that always comes? What is the catchment area or whatever it is?
Funny enough, when we started the program, we said workforce productivity, and we thought our definition of professionals was very limited at that time. We thought people like you, that wear tie, and come around for the kind of conference. But later on, we realized that we started attracting different kinds of people, which made us to redefine what we meant by professional. A professional is not just the person that wakes up and goes to a bank or as a lawyer or as a doctor. A professional is any individual that is doing something to add value, that puts food on the table and adds value to whoever the client of the person is on the other side. So as much as we have the white-collar people coming around, we have people who are artists, who are entertainers, who are actors, coming around as well. And with that, we've broadened our scope as well so that we can reach out to everybody wherever they are.
Away from the conference now, looking at young Nigerians, we're the largest population in Nigeria now, where you talk about maybe under 35s and all of that. And we've been saying we future of the nation, blah, 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 and there's a lot of talk about how we're also one of the biggest problems we have in the country today. There's a lot of unemployment, which then leads people to crime, and then we have heard about all the insecurity that's going on in parts of the country as well, because young people are basically idle and doing all of these things.
They're conscripting them into that.
How do we get in touch with... Is there a way of connecting to these people? Because sometimes you find that conferences, like you said, targets a lot of young people who are aspiring entrepreneurs or people who run their businesses or who want to further their careers or whatever it is. Is there a way for this sort of conferences to also get in touch with these people who maybe need it the most?
Okay. The way
maybe not just this conference, I'm talking of generally.
Yeah. The way a problem is solved, it's about problem solving. The way a problem is solved, there are multiple dimensions into solving the problem. And if we're talking about those who need to be redirected well, we start with something called interest. You can only help me when I show you that I need your help. Right? And so when there's any initiative, anything, even if it's something the government wants to do, and the government puts it all out there that young people come, it's only those who are interested who think that, okay, I want to quit this thing because there's a better opportunity for me, you know, to grow and to be the best that I need to be in life, then they get into doing that. Because really, if we look at, and you talked about Boko Haram, you talked about all of these people, they are using young people. Young people need to have the orientation that the future of myself is in my own hands, and whatever I decide to do with it determines where I'll end up. I mean, there's this thing they used to tell us in the 80s when we were in school, you know, we're starting school, starting life. They said that we're the leaders of tomorrow. And a friend of mine jokingly shared that, okay, so this is 30-something years down the line. So what has happened? Is it that the future has not come, or our teachers were lying? Really, the future has come, but we need to be competent enough to be able to handle and maximize every opportunity that we have.
So if I wanted to be a part of this conference now, how do I go about that?
It's simple. Just www.abiolachamp.com. And by the way, it's free. This edition is free. You know, and one of the reasons it's free is because, like what you said, we need to reach out to more people, right? Somebody has to fix this problem. Somebody has to do something about it. And what we do is not just stage one conference and come back next day to stage another one. No, that's not what we do. After this conference, we always take people through mentorship, you know, mentorship classes. And there are two testimonials I'll just like to share briefly. One of the people who attended the program last year got inspired to start his own business, which is into talent management. This guy, as at date, he has trained over 500 people who are into cinematography, filming, everything art, taking pictures, camera people, and all of that. And this guy is very successful in it. There's another person who is into music. He does music training and coaching, you know, for people as a pianist. And he was saying to me that, do you know that 80% of my clients, I actually met them through this program? That's a couple of weeks ago. There's another young lady that was sharing something about residual income with me. She said she came around the program last year, and one of her faculty shared something on residual income, and since then she started growing our residual income. And these are the testimonials that we see that keeps us going and know that, okay, we're on the right track, you know, for things to happen. So for as many of you that you want to be part of it this year, just visit www.abiolachamp.com. The registration is free, and we're looking forward to hosting you and every other person.
Great stuff. Is there an age limit? If I'm 56 and I need to be inspired, can I come?
You know, when you were talking about young people, when you were introducing this segment,
yes,
you said young people and those that are young at heart. You know, and I attended a forum, you know, a couple of weeks ago, and somebody said I should define who a youth is. So I looked at everybody in that room, not because I wanted to be politically correct, but again, I thought that the way a young person should be described really is the person who is willing to learn, who's young at heart, like you said. So I may be 18 and I thought that I know everything, and all. I may be 80, I think I can still learn. You know.
Exactly. Thank you very much, man. Good luck with the conference. Do let us know. Keep us posted. Abiolachamp.com, you said is the website. And you go there and make sure you do register to be a part of this. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you very much, Ebuka. Thank you.